is the market factoring in something else? That's a wait and watch on that one. But that's also what we are seeing and focusing on in today's day of trade, Samina.
Right. The one sector that we will be putting the focus on is the cement play. In fact, the last few days, I've also seen FIs increase their stake or allocation in a couple of those cement counters. We have with us Uttam Kumar Srimal, Senior Research Analyst, Cement and Infra of Axis Securities, joining in there. So a quick detour from, of course, all the disappointing earnings, Uttam. Thank you very much for staying with us. I want to pick up on a sector that you, of course, tracked very closely for an extended period of time, and that is cement. Numbers largely have been better than what the street was expecting. A couple of the frontline cement players have also seen FIs increase their stake in the cement play over the last few days. Do you feel like we're turning the corner with cement stocks? I mean, I know they look expensive, but what did you make of the earnings to begin with?
Yeah, good morning and thanks for me having on the show. So basically, if you see in this quarter, cement companies have performed well, and their performance has been in line with expectation or above expectation, and that has basically driven FIs to increase their stakes in cement companies. So most of the large companies, if you take whether it is UltraTech or Shree Cement or ACC or Dalmia, they have recorded good numbers in terms of volume growth, and also basically costs have come down quite sharply in last 1 year, because earlier because of power and fuel cost, their profitability was impacted, and this quarter the power and fuel cost has been down by more than 20%, and if you see over last year it is down by more than 40%. So that has basically positively impacted their profitability. So that is one of the reasons FIs are getting again into cement stocks. And since government trust is there on infra development, and cement demand is expected to remain robust moving ahead also. So that might have also attracted FIs to further increase their stake in cement companies.
Right. So, Uttam, can you come in on what your preference and where your preference lies with respect to all the cement stocks which are in your coverage? Which of these companies have performed the best? Or rather, tell us about which of these companies that you are expecting to outperform the rest of the pack.
So in terms of large cap, I believe UltraTech, ACC and Shree Cement will perform better moving ahead as reported in last quarter numbers. If you see, UltraTech has, ACC has done very good in terms of EBITDA margin also. They clocked EBITDA margin of 18% during the quarter, which was one of the highest in recent times. And primarily that has driven the stock also in recent times. UltraTech has also done well in terms of in the EBITDA margin, and Shree Cement has also done very good in terms of EBITDA margin, because they have clocked EBITDA margin 25% on the back of better volume, lower cost and higher realization during the quarter. So I believe in the large cap space, UltraTech, ACC and Shree will remain our preferred pick moving ahead. And in the mid and small cap, JK Cement, JK Lakshmi and Star Cement will be our preference moving ahead.
Right. Uttam, regional factors usually, impact the sort of volume growth some of these companies see, and they can range from single digit to double digit depending on the regions that some of these companies play in. With elections as well around the corner and the construction activity that's been on the upswing that you indicated, how do you think these dynamics will play out over the next 3 to 6 months? I'm not asking you to give me a very long sort of outlook on them. Just break this down. I mean, which regions do you think are going to, be the big sort of gainers or beneficiaries?
See, basically what happens before general election, cement consumption basically slows down, and this is also proven in historical numbers also. So model code of conduct will get implemented mostly by the first or second week of March. So that may impact some of the cement demand in the first quarter of FY25, because elections will be there. And region-wise, I think most of the regions are doing well in terms of cement consumption, but I believe that East and Central India will have a larger pie in terms of cement consumption, because there you see per capita cement consumption is also quite low compared to other regions, and these two regions are also getting more government trust in terms of infrastructure development. So I think Central and East will be the region where there will be more development and consumption in terms of cement demand. And there may be some slowdown in terms of demand in the first quarter, but overall, I believe demand will remain robust moving ahead also.
I know consolidation was largely the play in the cement sector all through 22-23, and with what we've seen, the sense is that smaller players will not be able to compete with the big players in this industry. Do you expect consolidation, intensifying over the next couple of months? And if yes, what sort of consolidation can we expect, and what is the stock play on that?
Basically, if you see, there are not many large assets on the block currently. Most of the consolidation in the industry has happened. There may be some few assets which may be on the block, but not very large assets are there. So, and in terms, normally what happens, larger players, when they expand their capacity, so they grew their market share also. Regional players have also their own strategies in their regions, and they are also doing business in their regions, and they are not being impacted very much because of capacity expansion by larger players. No doubt, larger players consolidation will help these larger players in terms of their supply chain efficiency, demand outlook, and consolidation in the prices and operating efficiency. But smaller players who are there in their regions from quite many years, they will also do good, I believe. So consolidation, no doubt it will be beneficial for larger players. But small players being in their regions for some time, they will also be doing they will also not be impacted very much in terms of recent consolidation which is happening in the industry. But as far as type of assets are there, so I don't believe there are much assets are there for consolidation. Most of consolidation already happened. So that's the way currently it's. I think consolidation has already mostly happened at this juncture.
Right. Uttam, a quick question from my end is, are you seeing any divergence when it comes to performance, or rather your outlook when it comes to north-based players against the southern Indian geographies?
Yeah, North basically has a income. If you see, South India has capacities more than cement supply, more than cement demand. And North has capacity. North also has a lot of capacity, and new capacities are also coming in the North region. But I believe the North will continue to do better than the South region because of good pricing in the North region and the demand in the North region. So South will always be laggard in terms of cement demand if you compare with the North, because a lot of activities are taking place in North, which is driving the cement demand in the northern region.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Uttam. Great talking to you this morning, and thank you for sharing your perspective on, of course, cement play for the next couple of quarters at least.
Thank you.
Well, moving on from cement to Z.